Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today to talk about some more crochet patterns, and this time specifically no-sew ones, because these are my favorite patterns in the whole world because I'm the laziest person ever. So let's just get straight into it. These are all patterns that I've made myself and tested out, so I can confirm 110% they work, they're cute, and you should make them too if you're looking for things to make, which is probably why you're watching this video. And I will have all the links in the description down below, so you can just go and click those if you want to find them easier. So starting with YouTube no-sew patterns, the first one that is a personal favorite of mine is the no-sew crochet whale, shark, or dolphin, I believe. I've made the whale a bunch, but I have tried all the iterations of it. They're all super cute and they're all super easy. And since the fins are still attached separately for making the body, instead of sewing it on, you work in the back loops around so that there's front loops left over for you to crochet into to make the fins. So you're not sewing them on, you're crocheting them on, and then you kind of just tuck the ends in, which is super easy, no problem at all. And it is by Sweet Softies on YouTube. I will have the link down below, as I said earlier. Next, we have one of my favorite tutorial makers. I've talked about this in the other video I made of my favorite crochet patterns, Rosalili Amigurumi. There is one for a peep bunny that is no-sew. It's super easy. You do have to sew like a little hole shut, but my definition of no-sew is you don't have to sew like arms, legs, limbs on, not necessarily sewing holes shut, because obviously you have to do that at the end of any amigurumi project. So I would definitely recommend that one, or her no-sew stingray is a really great pattern as well, and it is super easy and super fun and super cute and super fast. Another one on YouTube is by Chloe Crafts. It is for the crochet leggy frog. If you're on TikTok or Instagram or any crochet social media, I am sure you've seen the leggy frogs. They are everywhere, and I don't blame them. They're adorable, they're no-sew, they're super simple, and she is the tutorial that I've always used to make them. And then also for some self-promo, I only have 2 no-sew patterns at the moment, but I do have some more that I'm working on. And as of right now, I have the fried egg. So instead of sewing on the yolk part, you're simply working again in the back loop. So there's front loops left over for you to work the white into, which I think works super great. And then also the little octopus jellyfish thing that I have a pattern for is no-sew as well, for the exact same reason. You're going around and attaching the fins in a circle around. So yeah, please support me. No, that's the only self-promo in this video, I swear. We're done with that. Another YouTube one is by Rosalili Amigurumi, my favorite. This one just popped into my mind because it's Halloween related. She has a little crochet ghost and it's super tiny. The arms and legs are just bobble stitches, and then the round at the end, you're working in the front loops and you're just working multiple stitches into the same thing to make those little ruffles. And it is so cute. I made a bunch last Halloween and sold them, and they're super popular, and I just think they're adorable. I'm obsessed with them. The next section is going to be patterns that you can find for free on Pinterest. So they'll link to just like a website or a written pattern. My personal favorite one is by The Friendly Red Fox, and it is for a turtle. When I tell you, I think this is one of the cutest things ever. Like, I'll put up the picture. Look at it. It's super easy. So you make the fins separately and the head separately, and then you make the shell, and then you just crochet through both the shell and the fins, or the head, whatever part you're on, and it just attaches it for you. Super simple, super easy. I just think they're adorable, and who doesn't love a little turtle? A recent one that I really liked is No-Sew Cat. It is by Stitch by Faye, and it is so cute and so easy. The ears and the legs are both worked as you're going around, so the ears are done in the front loops, and then you just go in the back loops the next round around. The legs are bobble stitches, super simple. The tail is the only one that's crocheted on afterwards, but it's not sewn on, it's crocheted on. And I just think it's the cutest thing, and you should go make it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Next one is Stella the Starfish by Spinning Yarn Crochet. And while it may look like you have to sew these on, you don't. You make the 5 little points separately, and then you crochet them together. So simple, so easy. Why are we not talking about this? I love it. It's adorable. It's amazing. I've made, I think, at least 6, and they're adorable every time. Another one is the No-Sew Frog. Look at that little army. I'm obsessed with them. It is by Stitching with Stab, and it is super simple, no-sew. It's just a big ball, and then it has 2 bobble stitches for the eyes, and then 4 other bobble stitches for the arms and legs. So simple. Another website link one is by Amigurumi Toys. It is for the giant crochet snake. I've talked about this one before. I don't know how many people are going to go out and actually make this one, because obviously look at that thing. It's massive, but I figured I'd give you the option if you want it. I feel like it's pretty obviously no-sew, because what limbs are you sewing on a snake? Snakes are known for having no like other limbs other than their body, But yeah, Noso, super simple if you want to commit to a bigger project, I suppose. And then a final one that I just made recently that I really love, but it is by Wonder Crochet, and it is the sunflower pillow. So basically you're making the, what are they, petals. I had a brain fart for a second. The petals, and then you're just crocheting them flat, and then kind of like the turtle pattern when you're working on the brown inner circle, you're just crocheting through both the brown inner circle and the petals. And it's so simple. And again, look at it, so cute, perfect for like a decoration or something. And if you wanted to, you could even add a face in the middle and it would look like the sunflowers from Plants vs. Zombies, which I think would be sick. This one I know I've previously talked about is by Natalie's Crochet Creations on Instagram, and it is the Noso Alligator Crocodile Gator something, one of the two. I don't know the difference between a crocodile and alligator, but it is for one of those two things. It is so cute. The little arms and legs are just worked in a chain, and then you go back and you continue working around. It's amazing. It's perfect. It turns out adorable every time. I love them more than anything. Well, I love all these patterns equally. I just love that one a lot. Another one we have is the Noso Axolotl. And again, this may look like sewing. Oh, it's by Loretta Loops, by the way. And while it may look like sewing, the body is done in one piece, arms and legs are bobble stitches again, and then the little ruffles on the tail and the side of the head are just crocheted in. Who would have thought? So simple. I feel like axolotls are kind of like a recent trend because I asked my mom if she knew what they were and she had no idea. But people of the younger generation will know the axolotl and have an obsession with them. So I think they're really cute. Another one that I really, really love is by Zuzu Crochet, and it is for these little ducks. I know in this photo they have hats on, but I've just made them without the hats and I still like them a lot. They are super simple. The little arms are just crocheted in again. They're just a chain. You stick it through the body. You call it a day. Everything else, big lump with a butt. And people at markets really love them because they're just like the perfect size and they're squishy and adorable. Love them. You should go make them. This is a very random one. I don't know how I came across this, but it is by Murphy Crochets, and it is just for a little tiny lemon. It's so small, but I mean, it's cute if you want to make a lemon. Here you go. Another one that I see all the time that's super popular is the chicken nugget crochet pattern. It is by Stitches Be Crazy, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a chicken nugget. I don't know what else to share. It's kind of just a big lump. That makes it sound bad. It's really cute. It's a cute lump, but at the end of the day, it's a lump. Finally, my final Instagram one is for a chameleon, which I've never seen a pattern for, so I was so excited when I found this one. It is by Amaguru Morgan, and there is one addendum. I said at the beginning, my definition of no-sew is you don't have to sew arms, legs, limbs on. This one, you have to sew the tail up into a curl if you want it to be a curl. But in my mind, that doesn't count as sewing because that's not actually going like in and out of a separate piece. Like that's already part of the body that you've made and you're just pulling a string to cinch it up into a little curl. So I would still make it adorable, gorgeous, perfect, show-stopping, incredible, talented. We love the little chameleon. And whoever made this pattern, I love you. Thank you so much for finally making a chameleon. I did not know I needed a chameleon crochet pattern in my life, and now I can't live without it. And the final section is books. So I know this may not be something that everybody has access to, but through my local library, I'm able to get them. So I would consider them free because obviously the library doesn't cost anything. You can probably realistically find a lot of these patterns posted online somewhere. And while I don't necessarily encourage that, because obviously try and support the author where you can, if you don't have access to it, you got to do what you got to do. And these are two pretty popular books. The first one is The Corn on the Cob. This is one I've made a million times, and it is from the book Crochet Cafe by Lauren Espy. Adorable, perfect, show-stopping, talented, incredible. The corn is separate from the husk. The husk is done in one piece. You just detach and reattach to make the other half of it, I suppose. And then the corn is obviously a big tube. Amazing, would recommend 110%. And then the other ones are all from the book Kawaii Crochet by Melissa Bradley. And from Kawaii Crochet, these are the only ones that I have personally made, and I know for a fact that they're no-sew, but I'm sure there's other ones in there if you want to take a look. So the ones that I personally have made are the Christmas lights. Super cute. It's red. You change color to make the green. Boom, Christmas light. The giant cotton candy is no-sew because it's just one piece. If you look at it, you just change color to make the paper cone thing. There's the heart, which may look like you have to sew it, but you do not. You make one top half and then you make the other top half and then you crochet them together and continue working around. adorable, cannot recommend enough. I love anything heart-shaped. And then the final one I've made is the creamsicle, which is similar to the cotton candy. It's basically a tube, and then you just change color to make the popsicle stick. And anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. This is my current collection of all the Noso patterns that I'm aware of and that I have made, but definitely stay tuned for more parts of this. If you have any Noso crochet patterns that you use, please tag them and comment them and let me know and share them with me because I would love to make them. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya!